And this, it has succeeded in unfolding in unfolding into unfolding as intelligence. So what we know as intelligence is the unfoldment of soul itself. And comprehension become more developed by this. Our comprehension enhances, become more developed comprehension. So it is all unfoldment of soul only. So unfoldment is just like an unfoldment means expansion. Soul is like a seed, and when the seed grows, so sprouts into the tree, so you have branches, you have roots, you have leaves. See? So soul is the seed principle. And it unfolds. So what we observe as the sprouting of a tree from the seed is unfoldment. It is a phenomenon of unfoldment. So all this, what we experience as our intelligence and all this, is all unfoldment of this soul, which is the seed principle. And all this is reflected in the personality, which makes the man as he is. This is reflected in the personality, which makes man as he is. This is just like, for example, because we have, unless we relate with some examples, we cannot clearly remember this. Known examples. Why we do not remember that ourselves as soul often? Because, you see, just like we have the cotton. With the cotton, you have spin the threads. Cotton is transformed into threads. And these threads they are arranged in certain pattern to weave into the form of a cloth. And then this cloth is made into certain shape for us to wear. Then whenever you wear your shirt, you always say, oh, this is my shirt. But you do not remember that is a cloth. You do not remember that it is only an arrangement of threads. You do not remember that it is made of cotton. And still go deeper, what you call cotton, it is a substance which is constituted by a combination of certain elements like carbon, oxygen and all these things. Organic form. And when still if you go further, you go to the molecules, Then you go further, you go to the atoms. See? I am wearing the shirt. But if you go deeper, you go into atomic and electronic stage. And what your body is having, the same. In the body, we have the body made up of these tissues. What is there in the tissues? The same components. You go, the same molecules, same atoms, same electrons. So it is the same. But you say, this is the shirt, this is my body. See, so like this we have to always remember that the soul, even though everything is, our body is a part of the soul, made up of the soul only, not part, it is made up of soul. What we call matter is only a state of manifestation of spirit only. This we have to remember. What is the relationship between spirit and matter? So what we call matter is only certain state of manifestation of spirit only. Like ice and water. So when we remember this, then we are not allured, we are not so the goal for man is to function as a soul. The goal for a man is to function as a soul, as a spiritual being. Spiritual being. So all this effort is to get transformed into a spiritual being. Spiritual being means what does it mean? It means to realize the oneness, the one source, and always to remember that source. When you remember that source, ఆయన క్లాసులో మనం చెప్పడం చేత కదండి, క్లాస్ ఏందో చెప్తాం, 5 నిమిషాలు క్లాస్ అవుతుంది. సో when you remember this, when you remember that one source, the one source, then you are as a spiritual being. Spiritual being. So spirituality means to realize and always in the experience of the oneness. That is spirituality. But unfortunately we use the terms in different meanings and all this, not in its true sense. If I make some ritual or if I make some meditation and say I'm spiritual, but that is not enough. If you are always in the realized state, then it should be reflected in your behavior. If I say I am a spiritual person, it is not enough. It should be reflected in your behavior in the mundane plane. If I make some special appearance, I am the spiritual person. This is glamour. So the goal of man is to function as a soul, as a spiritual being. activated by spiritual qualities. And this he does through right relationship. And this can be possible through right relationship. Right relationship, first of all, with his body, with his mind. Because unless there is a good relationship with his own body, with his senses, with his mind, by proper use of his discriminative faculty, how can you have right relationship with other persons? A person who is not successful in his own house, in his family, cannot be successful outside also. If somebody could not resolve any problem in the family, between parents and children or between husband and wife, whatever it may be, if the person says, oh, I can resolve all the problems outside, it is not true. Because in the small scale he could not do it, how can he do it in the large scale? Because what you call family is a miniature of all the wide this universe. And what you call all this outside is the expansion of this family. That is what Master used to say. First you will be in small family, you are what you call my own family. But then you should get an expansion, and then you will have universal family. One family, all the humanity, one family. Expansion of consciousness. So spirituality means this expansion. Without this is not spirituality. More is not possible for him to do. You see? If I say I can do this, do that, but here says the goal for man is to function as a soul and as a spiritual being, activated by spiritual qualities, and this he does through right relationship. More it is not possible for him to do. You have to know how to have proper relationship. A right relationship you have to maintain the whole of life. That is the goal. The soul, with the inherent capabilities of God, demonstrates only dimly, very like a dim light. Because when we are on the mundane plane, in the mundane world, when we are not on the path, then all this divinity which is there, because everybody is soul, this divinity is there. Soul inherits all the quality of God only. But this is very, very like a dim light. In your battery light, if the battery is depleted a little, only dim, very dim, like this our existence will be, unless we know this and we put this in practice to have a proper relationship. Then only the power of our battery increases, otherwise our battery goes without power. So you have to charge your battery by knowing and applying the right relationship in this world. Then you are connected to the source and then your battery is always charged. This we have to know. Okay, Vasudeva.